One night he didn't. They
one night.
March, right?
Oh, wow.
It's like they get a phone call.
It's better to be on the first floor.
Yeah, security comes
Or
around,
no, or
checks
have
the
no
doors, like
security
it's unlocked. He's like, hey,
Wow.
we're good. Let's go
The
shopping.
medication I'm on, thanks to it, is great. Let me tell you.
You're on the meds too?
Oh yeah, all the time.
I'm on meds, but I just call it vodka.
Yeah, that's the actual med I'm on.
Okay.
I just had some vodka right
good.
for
I was thinking about taking a shot of something, but
We got plenty.
I've got.
Do we have?
We got plenty. Yeah.
I'll have a shot.
We should do a game on this for sure, and like a shot for something.
For something. I
All
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Every punt or something.
Every pun.
Every mention of the letter A, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Or words with A in it.
We'll do a trivia quiz.
We'll be
on
hammered
full fact
before 10
checking.
minutes into it. We're all just like,
Should I get glasses? All right, let's just start.
Get started. Emo, we good?
Yeah, we're solid.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and welcome to another amazing episode of Granted Radio.
Yes.
We are the hub of the OC music scene and winners of OC Weekly's best podcast for 2018. We've only got a couple weeks left in 2018, so we really have to enjoy that. Joining me today is the human equivalent of the 100 emoji, Emo Aladdin.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that.
Emoji. You wrote that this morning?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah. Sitting next to him is the man whose back hurts from carrying this entire team, Hazem Aladdin.
Wow, so it's
Yeah.
great, dude. Thank you. Good to be
And
here.
I'm the overgrown child, Alex Ellisbrew. Joining us today is the band Pick Up and Run. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
What's
yeah.
up,
Really
guys?
appreciate
What's
it.
going on, guys?
Great to be
Thanks
here.
for having us. Excited to be on Granted Radio.
Such a cool name, though.
It is.
Pick up and run.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How many times have you guys been asked what the origin is?
Every time.
Right?
I tell
It's a
them-
great name.
Every
I just
time.
tell them that we got it from a Chinese restaurant.
Like it showed up on a fortune cookie or something. Yeah, no, I
great
think. Yeah, we get it asked consistently. It's funny, but we never have a straight answer. Honestly,
I think it was,
we have a different story every time we.
I
tell
thought the
it.
original story was due to John's deep-rooted fear of commitment.
Yes.
Pick up and run.
Well, it's perfect.
That's correct.
That's a good one.
So yeah, did it come about like that? One of you said it, and you all agreed, or was it like a bunch of names that you
I
guys
think I
picked
was the
from?
one who put it out there, didn't I?
We were in a barn in Hesperia.
What?
Yeah, when we.
rocking out in a barn in Hesperia, and we were trying to come up with names. And
No, we were at your lake house.
this is Hesperia for sure. Yeah,
Really?
Pick up and
See,
run.
I told you, story changes every time.
For those of you who don't know where, because I obviously know where Hesperia is, but for the listeners who don't know,
Obviously.
where the hell is that?
I don't
It's
even know.
it's at the top of the Cajon Pass in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
There you go.
Literally.
Careful, we can have people listening from
No, I mean,
Hey, Siri,
I gotta
take me
love
to
it. Like, I
butt-fuck.
gotta
Nowhere.
shout out to Hesperia, by the way. You got no. I mean, it's what's awesome about there is you never know. Every road is different, and the
Yeah.
houses are different, and there's weird people, and there's
Hell yeah.
awesome people, and there's nobody.
I mean, how'd you guys get a gig there? Was it like a secret party, a
wasn't
secret location, and then
Drummer had a barn. That's the only place in Southern California you can rock out in a barn.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
That is
well,
so cool.
yeah. I mean, too. Yeah, I would say
That's
when
exactly
we
right.
first started, it was me and John 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
we had this other drummer and another bassist at the time, and the drummer had this barn on his property that was literally just we had an arcade game in there,
That's so
and it was just super cool. And we lit bonfires and trash cans. And
Hell yeah.
I think we were trying to come up with the name there, and we kind of tossed it around text messages and stuff forever, and then. I don't know if I was the one or if whoever it was threw out Pick Up and Run because I think we were talking about like getting the fuck out of California for some reason.
cool. Yeah.
Never happened. Huh?
No.
I think
We all talk about it. We all-
Dreams-
original name was-
Not all dreams come true.
No.
Remember, kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's not
Don't
that
even
great
make me
here.
go there about Santa Claus.
was it a big discussion whether it was like A and D or like the and sign or that didn't
Yes, actually, that was a kind of toss back and forth with whether or not we were gonna do like an ampersand or like
Yeah.
or A and D or N.
Right.
Originally, it was pick up one word like a guitar pickup.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we were
okay.
trying to get clever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know? And then we were like,
We're not
Pun,
that
that's a
clever.
pun.
yeah. And we realized we're not that
False
clever,
advertising.
and nobody spells pick up with.
We're not
one word
grammatically
like that,
clever.
and So,
Good
yeah,
thinking.
let's just go to 2 words in with it.
Good for SEO, from what I imagine.
Oh yeah.
So I just spell it out, even though it made it longer. But
Right.
Real quick, will you guys just introduce yourselves one by one and say
Yeah.
what part of the band you play?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm Jordan. I'm the drummer and occasional backing vocalist.
Sweet.
I'm Cole. I am the lead vocalist.
Awesome.
I'm John. I sometimes try to play guitar.
Sometimes when
It's
it's
a very
needed.
good description.
Well, from what we heard from the sound check, you can play the shit out of that guitar.
When you guys are missing one person, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Renee, our bassist, Renee Hernandez, he's not here because of...
He's a bassist.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's what bassists
He's,
do.
That's what
he's
bassists
sleeping
do.
on somebody's couch.
All hype,
somewhere.
man.
Yeah.
All hype.
That should have been the shot thing when you talk about the bassist.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I was just saying, every episode when the topic turns to bass players, Emo he plays a lot of instruments, but most recently he was a bass player, and he always talks about how terrible bass
He's a
players are.
self-hating bass
It's just,
player.
yeah, it's fun. I love it. And I truly hate it.
The self-loathing is real.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like I need to say something, otherwise people at home be like, "Wow, what is their deal? Why do they hate bass
Bassist.
players?"
Well, the guy didn't show up, you know.
No offense, but it's nothing new, guys.
That's just a
This
band
has
thing.
been
They don't
known
mean on the
since
bass player.
forever.
So how
Muddy
many,
Waters hated his bassist, and he played a freaking cello, for God's sakes.
how many shows and interviews has the bassist missed so far today?
This would be all of them, yeah.
Number all of them.
He's going to be like shutting us off.
We can cut this out if you guys
Yeah.
want.
It's all good.
No, let him hear it.
So
He needs to hear the truth.
So how long have you guys been together, the four of you?
Me and John have been playing together for, almost 5 years now?
Wow.
4 year, like on and off. We kind of took like a year hiatus, kind of where we didn't even really get together much.
Not even a
and then-
year. It was like 5 months.
Yeah,
Don't go a
something
year.
like that. Yeah, maybe
It
not.
felt like a
Maybe
year.
not. Yeah, it just felt like forever.
Yeah.
When you don't
So
play
much.
music even for a month, it feels like a year.
It does. That's true.
So your hiatus wasn't doing other projects. It was literally a hiatus from music?
I mean, we were working. I was dating my now wife, and at the time, and we were getting serious. I think we were moving out. We were going through some hard times, and then the band we had originally, our drummer and bassist, they just stopped talking to us.
Oh, really? Just like
ghosted?
that? Ghosted.
Yeah,
that's
It
what it's
was
called.
literally like
Ghosted.
a ghost. Like we
Got
had no
ghosted.
idea like what
Yeah,
happened.
well, the
It just kind
bassist
of
had-
stopped playing.
Bassist had some sort of problem with his family, and then when he bailed out, like the drummer just was
Typical.
like, bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all
How's
kinda
this
got
joining the bandwagon? I love this.
It's like, I'm going with that guy. So, okay. And then we, as now the four of us, Jordan is probably our most recent additive.
Probably is.
Probably.
Probably is.
The probability is high.
Very high. Very high.
Well, that's the crazy thing. I pull into the parking lot. I see that like this like tall bearded blonde dude. I'm like, there's only one tall bearded blonde dude in Southern Cal, and that's Jordan. You were actually in the studio just like 2 months ago.
Yeah, man.
That was
It's
crazy.
great to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Exactly. As
You
an
were
interview.
trying out for another band while you were playing for us? Traitor.
Secrets out. Secrets out.
Cheaters.
To his credit, he was auditioning as a sub, not as the full time
Oh, okay.
It's okay. He's a man of many projects. So.
drummers.
Does that
what
make
are
you feel
gonna
any better, Cole?
Yeah.
No, not really.
do? I love it.
No,
So
our,
how
our
did you
bass
find
player, Our bass player joined about 2 years ago, and then we were playing with a different drummer and recorded and played.
Drugs
some
got in the
shows.
way.
Okay.
Yeah. and
Oh,
then,
did they?
It's kind of.
That sucks, man.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
And girls. Girls are always in the way.
Yeah,
Chicks
that comes
suck.
with it. It's drugs and girls. It comes-
It's a life.
Jordan, what have you been playing? Like 6 months with us?
I think I joined in probably like February, March.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
recent.
So
it's
actually
been-
9 months.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been, we could have a musical baby.
Yeah. That's true. That's-
Current,
And it's being born live.
crowning
right here
live.
on
Crowning
the
right
radio.
now. Crowning.
What do you guys gonna name the baby? Florisha. How about Florisha?
Marisha, I like that one.
That's a good one.
If I'm not mistaken, you guys released your first album in March, right?
We originally, yes,
EP,
and that was without Jordan.
That was my
that
follow-up
was with an
question, yeah.
older drummer
Okay.
that we had prior to Jordan. But we are revisiting that album. So that album
Oh.
we still have on our website for everybody to listen to. But we will be revisiting it, going back in the studio.
What are you gonna do? Different.
We're just gonna remaster, gonna do a little bit more production on it again. I think what it was the music. We love the music as it is.
So
It
do we,
just-
man. It's
Yeah.
it's
Thanks.
awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I think it just needs some touch ups and a little bit of cleanup on it.
Okay.
And so we'll eventually revisit those. But we did turn around. We just released our newest single.
Oh, cool.
Just a couple
Congrats.
weeks ago, right? Like,
Yes,
very recently.
Actually,
Perfect.
2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Mhm.
Cool. What's it called? What's the name?
Never Understand.
Okay. Cool. Is there any background on that?
There's a lot of background. I mean, it attacks a lot of issues for me. Lyrically, the way I wrote it was more of just being judged without, but like people looking at you and judging you the way you look and not necessarily finding out who you are.
Yeah.
And so, and that kind of, for me, generalized to a lot of people that I know, knowing people from all different races and creeds, religions, all sorts of stuff. You never really know who they are unless you find out.
I love that. Yeah.
It's so true.
Absolutely.
I think as humans, we naturally just do that. It's hard. We have to fight it.
Right.
The judging that happens quickly, and you just have to fight it. Yeah, and it comes from experience.
Yeah, and it does, and that keeping that open mind with people is
Yeah.
a big thing to have, and most people, I think their first decision is to judge.
Yeah,
You know?
it's natural for some reason.
And I think it's a defense mechanism. You have to judge because you're trying to protect yourself.
right, and
Right.
compare and all that thing.
Well, how do you guys handle being persecuted as musicians? Is that a
Very tough, you know. I cry a lot.
Sometimes you just play a show and people just come up and just go, "You suck."
it's horrible?
Yeah, it's just hard.
Feel-
It hurts my feelings.
And then, after a show, when I'm sleeping in the back of my car, the traffic cop comes up and he tells me, "Sir, you can't do that here."
Yeah, what the hell is
And I
that?
feel persecuted as a drummer.
I'm pretty sure he's banned from Walmart parking lots now.
It's like, sir, I told you this yesterday.
Yes.
So those songs were written before Jordan.
The newest one, Never Understand No, was written
Okay.
with Jordan. And a lot of our newer songs, we had another album, or not album, but we had a couple songs, but 4
Yeah, we
songs.
haven't released them yet. We're
We
just
didn't
kinda
release that. We
thinking
did
about
back,
those and stuff.
in May.
Yeah, we
In
recorded
June,
those
we recorded those.
with Jordan.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Jordan, up in East West Studios. And
Bass
that-
player showed up to that one, or
Yeah,
It's a
Barely.
studio. It's a
Recall.
studio.
reluctantly, yes, but
He showed up hungover.
I think we were all hungover.
yeah. So what is it like? I mean, do you guys is there pre-production involved? Do you guys sit and really map everything out, or do you just say, you know what, let's go to the studio and see what happens?
Well, if it was all up to John, we would write a song and be in studio the next day trying to record it.
That's the way I work.
He's-
Never Understand, our new single. We didn't really have it like tweaked out. We recorded it, mixed and mastered it in a day.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So,
Those are always the
we
best
did it all,
songs.
And we just kind of.
And we decided on the forum, as I recall, while we were like
While
line
we were
checking,
recording.
mic checking in the studio.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out.
we really went with
let's
that
do
form.
structure.
we
And we were happy with
finished
it.
the song in studio that day. We
That's
finished
awesome.
writing the
Yeah.
song.
Amazing.
yeah. And I think we had written it the week prior.
No,
2 weeks prior.
No, like a month prior. but
Well,
just
we
didn't
ran
really
through
have
it a month prior.
Yeah.
We didn't practice it though.
Oh, that's true.
So,
Yeah,
like,
we didn't
really-
even practice before going in the studio.
Nice.
I think we had like 2 weeks of no practice, and then we're like studio, and
Yeah.
let's just finish writing it.
You can't hide talent. You
Yeah.
can't hide talent.
Well, what's your guys' writing process like?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'd say it's very collaborative. It starts. Most of the writing we've been doing has started. It's all in practice. We're all in the same room. Someone, John usually or Cole will come up with an idea, or even Renee. He comes up with some, great bass riffs when he's not avoiding being with us. But it's very collaborative. Someone will come up with an idea. Then usually it's up to me to come up with a groove that or maybe even come up with a groove that even conflicts with the idea, and sort
Yeah,
of
just works.
plead my case a little bit. But I think at least as far as like this band is concerned, this iteration of the band, it's
So cool.
it's really collaborative. It's like when the song is written by us, it's literally written by us.
I love that.
And when
I
it
love that.
happens to like the moment we feel it, which usually comes pretty quick, the song gets written really quick. So
Yeah.
it'll come to a point, like he said, it'll start with maybe a guitar riff or a bass riff, and then within 2-3 hours I'll have the full song written lyrically,
Oh, good.
and all the parts will be basically there,
Yeah.
and then we kind of just after that it's just workshopping for weeks until or maybe even a week or however.
Yeah.
Jordan surprised me with our single Never Understand, because he was always pretty quiet, just playing drums, and we were trying to figure out like a good bridge for it.
Yeah, he threw
And
in a
he
lot
just
of
kind
good
of like
ideas.
popped up and was like, take the guitar, and was like, let's do this. And, like,
Really?
That's
I'm like-
awesome.
Like, where did this come from?
Nice, Jordan.
Yeah, like it's
Dude's got a voice too.
yeah,
Really good
and I'm like,
voice.
and it,
He's gonna take over.
He can sing. That's why I try to keep him out of it. So I think somewhere. No, I'm just joking.
Control him.
I wish he sang more, honestly.
Do you
sings
come up with
karaoke
your
really
melodies before your lyrics, or do your lyrics dictate your melodies?
It kind of happens at the same time.
Oh, does it?
Honestly, what I'll do is I'll actually just ad lib a lot of times and just make up words as
Yeah.
I'm going and see what kind of comes to me as I'm singing the song, and then that
Perfect.
usually goes on to my phone within seconds. And I'll say,
Yeah.
John, hey, just play the verse riff for like 10 minutes.
yeah, I'll just sit there
And he'll
play
do
the
it, and
riff
I'll just
over
sit there
and
on my
over, and he'll come up
phone.
with something.
And I'll look into my syllables list as far as my brain goes, and kind of break it down as to words that work out with how I'm trying to portray what I'm trying to sing.
Beautiful.
And it builds itself from there. It's kind of like telling a story from scratch without having a subject.
Yeah.
And that's
I love that.
to me, that's really how a lot of our songs come out.
It's so intuitive and natural.
He's
when you do it
actually
that way.
he's phenomenally quick. He's like a lyric ninja. Where like we'll be we'll be rocking out. We'll have a general form down, the riffs there, and then Cole will just be like, "Guys, give me 5 minutes." He storms out of the room, and then we're just like we'll keep dicking around a bit, and then he'll come back in with
the lyrics.
all 3 verses mapped out, the chorus done,
3
Dude.
verses, a chorus, a
you know,
bridge line.
everything. We're just like, what the hell was he doing out there?
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's very
There's
talented.
crack in my cigarettes. So.
And that's got to come with just repetitiveness, right? I mean, how many songs have you written just by yourself?
Oh God, by myself. Since I started writing music, I've probably written thousands.
Wow. So when did you start?
Well, I mean, I've written a lot of my own stuff, but I
Yeah.
never really recorded a lot of my own stuff. I mean, on my iPhone now, just in my notes, there's probably 300 or 400 different lyric bases that I have.
Wow.
I write
Amazing.
consistently. I mean, during the day, I'll have stuff that'll come to me, and I'll just sit and
Yeah.
write. But I mean, I used to write poetry big time because that's how you do it in
That's how you
high
get the
school.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you play instruments as well, or is
Yeah, I play the guitar. I suck at drums, but I play a little bit.
it... All right.
I've never heard
I
you
think I
play.
dabble. I've never, well, you never heard me play because I'm always playing in studio, and then he shows up and I'm like, "Dun."
Let me get up
I
real
got
quick.
nothing on this guy right now. But yeah, I have. I've tried to dabble in like everything,
Good.
but I'm not good at anything. What was it? My wife had the way that she described me was, you are good at one thing, or no, you're a master, or not a master of everything. You're good at everything, but not a master of.
Yeah,
one
jack of
thing.
all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, that kind of runs in the family, So
So speaking of family, I mean, do you have brothers, sisters that are also musical too? Is it like a hereditary thing?
no, my brother was kind of, I mean, my oldest stepbrother Justin, he was like kind of into rap, and he did that and went to school for that for a little bit, and then. But aside from that, no, nobody else in my family really sings other than my grandmother.
Okay.
My family doesn't
and
even
then-
listen to music.
My
They don't, huh?
What?
Yeah, my grandfather back in the 60s worked for Capitol Records.
Okay.
And he was
That's
a
huge.
great vocalist for for the time, and I found a recent recording of him back in 1959 or 60.
Really?
Cool.
And then
That's a good find.
I got to hear his voice because he died well before I was. He
Yeah.
died when my dad was 7, so I never got to meet him.
Wow.
But to hear it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Surreal.
Yeah,
Very cool.
So, are your families all supportive of what you guys do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
for the most
I mean,
part.
My mom's my
Yeah.
biggest. She's our biggest fan.
She actually
is
is our
good.
super fan.
Yeah.
She comes. I mean, they live in Florida part time, so whenever she's in town, she's at every gig. and
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's like the
like,
sweetest woman,
you
and
need
I'm
that.
like, I ham it up. I play to her. I'm like,
Oh, cool.
this is for you, babe. Thanks for being here.
But you welcome it. You're not like, Mom, come on!
Yeah. She's always asking what we're doing. Asking.
She's
about
come to
stuff, so
practices.
She's
That's amazing.
She was actually
That's
at East West when we recorded Never Understand, our latest single. She
She's-
was
yeah.
there the whole day. She was getting
wow.
involved in the process.
Amazing.
We might give her some sort of engineering credit just to get her.
Move over, Sonny.
So guitar? When did you start playing guitar?
I started playing when I was 16. Just kind of, I was self-taught. I never took any
Nice.
lessons or anything.
Wow.
Just,
Well, there was no
I-
YouTube back then, so it's more difficult. Or
Yeah, and I got really obsessed with it. I was playing like 4 or 5 hours a day.
Wow.
I was,
you.
like, 20
Amazing.
and just like loving it.
Yeah.
And then I stopped playing for like 5 years.
really,
Yeah.
was
like,
it easy to pick it back up?
It took me a little bit of work to get it back, but I think when I was 21, 22, I got really into bodybuilding, which is kind of But,
If you
so,
can't tell,
Yeah,
it's like
he doesn't
his
look
arms
like
aren't big enough.
doesn't look
I
like
went and worked
Sasquatch or
as
anything.
a firefighter out of state.
Oh, no kidding.
And then so I just didn't really think about playing much, and then I started kind of playing a little bit again when I was like 26, and then just kind of screwing around here and there, and then I was like, yeah, this is kind of cool, and then I started playing with Cole, jamming a little bit, met him at a
Don't-
karaoke
no.
bar.
Actually,
Yeah, tell.
I think it's a great story. It's a classic
He was
love
singing,
affair.
he was singing Led Zeppelin, which
Whole lot of love.
whole lot of
That
love.
is not
And I'm
an easy song
dude,
to
this
sing.
guy, I'm like, this guy is killing it. And so
Yeah.
I just said, hey, I want to start jamming with you.
That's so
Is
awesome.
it weird that I
Yeah.
remember this song?
Well, were you jamming with another
like a
band, or
first
was you by
date.
He was
like a
just
first
by
date.
himself singing karaoke, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's just totally cheesy. but
I
it's-
used
That's
to
amazing.
Yeah, I
It
used to
is.
run the karaoke at that bar. This bar, not run it, but I was one of the DJs.
DJs.
KJ.
KJ.
Is it called a
KJ?
karaoke,
Right,
karaoke jockey?
Let's be correct here.
Right.
It is called a KJ. Yeah, I worked there for like 4
Where?
years at Patsy's Irish Pub in Mission Viejo. It's,
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know they have karaoke there.
They do karaoke 6 days a week.
Wow. That's fun.
Tuesday through Sunday. They do not do it Monday because that's Monday Night Football.
Oh.
So were you there to sing karaoke, or you just
No,
showed
I
up?
do not sing karaoke. I don't want to annoy everybody in the bar. But no, I just go there. Like we're local. We went to the same high school and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We
Okay.
didn't really know each other then, and
Yeah.
He actually
Well,
knew my wife before I knew
cool.
my wife.
yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah, I knew his wife when she was like a kid.
Small
you
world.
know, so yeah,
And you guys are all Orange County local?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Except for him.
he's Jordan.
He is now.
I'm sure Jordan will tell you his story, but yeah,
get there.
we're all living in the same area now.
Yeah.
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 So then how long ago was that when you guys...
That was like the 4 or 5 years ago.
That was
Yeah.
about 4.5
started.
years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
when we
Wow.
he came up. That was funny because he came up to me after I sang the song. And he's like, "Are you in a band?" And I go, "No." He's like, "Do you want to be?"
And he's
And
like,
I go,
he's like, what band are you in? I'm like, a band of myself because I don't have a bass player or drummer.
I was like, "Well, I'll find somebody." And he's like, "Hey, I got these guys in Hesperia." I'm like, "Hesperia?" Like, I'm not driving to Hesperia. He's like, "We'll go 3 times a week." I'm like, "What?"
Dude, he's got a barn.
I was like,
Well, he's a man with a plan, that's for sure.
But well, he actually kind of bribed me. He's like, "I will drive you out there and buy you cigarettes if you come out." And I was like,
Yeah.
"All right."
Oh, yeah, pack of cigarettes.
It's like, like prison or something.
That's a great story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, you're not from Southern Cal.
No, I'm the East Coast transplant out here.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm originally from New England.
Okay.
I did the whole New England thing. You know, I moved out here just a little over a year ago.
Only.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
a freshie. I was born and raised in New England. Went to Berklee College of Music in Boston for school. I've been playing since I was, a youngin. Like,
Yeah.
probably 11. I think I got my first drum kit. I
Wow.
asked Santa Claus for a drum set, and boy did he deliver!
Oh, yeah.
That sweet, sweet Mapex.
Ooh.
Shout out to Mapex drums.
Ching.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, same story as John's. Picked it up and just was obsessed.
Yeah. With drums, specifically,
yeah, so
right?
I'm sure your parents just
Specifically.
love that.
Oh yeah, the neighbors too, man. They just loved it. And I actually give my parents credit for putting up with those
Yeah.
first few months. Luckily, I was a quick study, so I kind of got my shit together quickly. But
Good.
I mean, that's a gamble, man. You buy a kid a drum set, like
Yeah.
you could be in for a world of pain for depending on how bad they are and for how long they're bad.
Yes.
I mean,
you're right.
that's a gamble.
It's
Yeah.
the only instrument I think, aside from a trumpet, like a kid learning the trumpet, that
Right.
makes really, really good neighbors.
That's
Yeah,
hysterical.
really
Yeah.
nice neighborhoods.
What made you decide to move to the West Coast?
With my girlfriend, she actually works with Taco Bell corporate.
Oh, okay, so Irvine.
So
Yeah.
so
Paso.
Are
we
we allowed to say Taco Bell?
shout out to Taco Bell.
Profanity is
They
accepted.
pay us for every time they
Hashtag,
say
yeah,
it.
he said
You
promotions.
just need to contact Taco Bell and be like, hey, here's a check.
We'll tag him in
There
the
we
post.
go.
What's going on
We'll
over
tag him in
here?
the post.
That
yeah.
cheesy gordita crunch over there.
Ooh, love that.
They're probably
Quesadilla
listening
with
right
the
now.
chalupas.
I mean, I know all the inner workings of Taco Bell, so I know they actually have a whole room that posts all their social media shout outs to so basically they follow all the good, bad, and the ugly all the time. So
Wow.
they see, all the
Amazing.
complaints
You have
about,
to.
gastrointestinal issues. All
No
the,
kidding.
Oh yeah, they know it. They know it all.
I don't even want to know what kind of grade beef they use.
Oh, no one there that works there knows.
What's the lowest?
D, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's pretty low.
Human. I think human.
If it's,
Oh,
I'm
man.
assuming if it's grade F, it don't hit that taco. It's not tapping that taco.
So she's with the Irvine corporate, and you moved here.
Yeah, so we were both living in New York. I've been in New York for about 8 years there after I moved out of Boston after college, and I was doing like the New York musician thing,
Yeah.
just barely getting by. Luckily, I wasn't trying to make a living doing it, but I was
Okay, it was on the
playing,
side.
on the side. But New York's a tough music scene. I mean, there's
Yeah.
it's kind of probably I think every major city's music scene is probably hard to sort of dial into.
Yeah.
But New York's a tough city to sort of break into. So, I did that for 7-8 years and had a great time. Love that city, but when this opportunity with her and moving to California, obviously it's something that's always, I think every person from the Northeast dreams of
sun
year round, and all the California girls that Diamond Dave used to sing about.
They sell it.
And then they get here.
Right. I'd have to pay rent.
They're like, when can I go back?
And then you get
just
here,
joking. I
and
love
then
California.
all you want to do is just pick up and run.
Pick up and run.
Well played, sir.
Thank you. I'll be here all day.
Are you a Patriots fan?
I am a Patriots fan, although I around here,
It's hard not to be.
I have to. I mean, it's hard to not be because it's like. Again, it's like
It's
just
so part
such
of
it's just so
culture.
easy.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
so easy.
Hey,
It's
I like watching them.
I mean, it's
They're
a no
winners.
stress
They're winners.
kind of environment. You can
No
just get drunk and not worry about it.
They're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
You're more concerned about the temperature of your wings than you are about whether their game is going well.
There's no stress level.
Excuse me, ma'am. I ordered an 8 on the spicy. That's like the
I
biggest.
believe this is a
Touchdown. All
6.5.
right, cool. There's another one. All right, what's the score? 50-2. Yeah. All right, that's
So you play drums, but you also play other instruments.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
drums are my primary instrument, my love. I mean, I play guitar, I sing, I play bass. It's just something
Cool.
where, obviously, being a drummer, you're very, it's constricting as far as what you're able to do, as far as melodically, and writing songs. I love to be a collaborative songwriter, so.
awesome.
I've taught myself a lot of guitar stuff, and I jam and sort of write in my own time. But it's great to be able to, obviously have a vehicle to sort of, in collaborative writing, to be able to, show your ideas and be able to tell when someone's doing something really poorly,
it's
that
really
you can,
easy.
you can say you suck and I can do it better than you, even though I'm the drummer.
Yeah, it's really easy to write with Jordan. He's very open. There's no, I mean, it's not like he gets really married to something. He'll be playing and we'll be like, I kind of, can you do this? And he'd be like, sure.
That's
And
a-
like, there's no
great-
fighting it,
that's
and
great.
it's what's cool is he comes up with things really quick, and it's almost, I want to say almost every time we write a song, the first drum beat is usually like the best that he comes up with, and it's just like that works.
What about the recording process? How's it been like? Just the last one, for example. What was it like? Did you guys do a lot of layering? Did you guys just do like a live?
It's pretty honest, really. I mean, I think our recording style is very honest. We don't overproduce. We stick to the sort of core instrumentation. We'll do overlay. We'll overlay some guitar tracks just to make them some beefier, or
Cool.
add in some solos and stuff. But I think we're pretty true to form. It's like what you hear is what you get with us.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
it. Then what? You track the drums first, and then
Do drums first, yeah, and like even when we recorded Never Understand, I mean, I think some of the guys, maybe Renee was the bassist, was probably like still writing his part for what we were doing.
Of course he
But
was.
Okay. It's
We
happening.
have done live band recording, so the EP on
Your
Struck-
website.
Yeah, on the website that was live.
Yeah, the
band.
Struck.
Oh, was
EP.
it?
That was
Yeah,
all
and
live
then,
band recording at
oh,
East
wow.
West in
Nice.
Studio 2.
Studio 2, yeah, I think so. or one.
what was it like recording with East West?
Oh, I love it there. I love East West. They're really cool. Actually, they're super professional.
Yeah.
It's a pretty relaxed environment. It's cool because I mean you walk through there and there's some big people that go in and out of there. There's some big
Oh, you
bands.
see
It's
them.
ridiculous. I mean,
It's
if those
in-
walls could talk, man, like just
man.
being in, like we tracked in 2 different rooms. What was it, Studio 2 and Studio 3? or
Studio
something?
2 to
Yeah.
Studio 3.
And like
Studio one
just
is what we
like
did in Struck.
the first one, yeah.
just being in those rooms, and you don't know, like walking in, being from the East Coast, I didn't know East West.
Oh,
I didn't
look at
know,
the
like,
history.
like just hearing, from even our producer, like who recorded here. It's just like a literally who's who of the most iconic names in music.
Really?
history.
You get like Whitney
know-
Houston. You'll get Whitney Houston recorded here.
Beach Boys.
AC/DC, Beach Boys. I mean, like
David
Studio-
Bowie,
Studio
AC/DC,
2 was
yeah.
the first song ever recorded in Studio 2, which is awesome. And you can quote me. This is online. You can look it up. Was the theme song to the Beverly Hillbillies. And I for some reason that's my favorite memory about that studio. It's surprising, but yeah, I mean, you track it through the years. I mean, there were like the Love Boat was recorded in there for TV shows, and then you have like Audio Slave recorded both Out of Exile,
Really?
and Audio Slave song. Both albums were recorded there, I think, and then AC/DC.
Ooh.
Ball Breaker was recorded in that studio, which they left a foosball table
Yeah.
up top, and we were playing foosball, and we had no idea. We were just playing foosball, and they're like, "Yeah, Angus brought that in." Like,
my
what?
God.
Crazy.
He just never took it, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
stays up there.
Real quick, I wanted to ask you guys. You guys seem like really close knit. Obviously the chemistry's there. Are you guys friends outside of the band? Or is
No,
Okay.
No,
hate
we
each
don't
other.
talk to each other at all.
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
Because it
Just
goes weeks
music.
of just no communication. Then we show up. We're like, what's going on?
Well, the funny thing about being in this band, which I don't know if other bands also have this problem, but being on a band that also shares a group text message can be very entertaining.
And it's mostly I gotta agree with him because 90% of the time it's just him and our bassist, and it'll be just a shit fest of back and forth, and then like you'll see a random, like on my phone, it looks, if you have an iPhone, it's like you get a random blue. And then the rest is just gray, and it's just him and our bassist, and our bassist getting pissed at John, and John getting pissed back at Renee, and so Renee's like, no, this, and then. And I gotta love Renee. I love him.
very
to death.
argumentative.
He's a very Renee is a
I
very
love Renee,
very
though.
intense guy, and I love him to death. So he gets very excited, and John is just like, let's do this now, and and Renee's I think a little more on my side. He's like, hey, let's kind of just
I think I'm on my
let's
own
both
side.
sit back.
That's how it works.
John, you're like he's his own world.
Sure.
John's world, and but it's funny because I hear him because I'll be sitting there, I'll be at work, and I'll be off my phone for 10 minutes, and I come back to my phone and there's 60 something messages.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm having lunch. I come back to 150 unread messages. I'm like,
And
it's
they're-
all just like I'm trying to look for anything that's productive or useful.
Nothing.
And
And they're
nothing. I'm just
paragraphs. They are paragraphs. They're not like one word answers. It's paragraphs.
That's
I know some people have that. It's like an essay, right?
Yeah.
So communication's really
That's
good.
Renee, though.
Yeah.
I don't do paragraphs.
break it down. We don't find.
Dude, I think screenshots on your Instagram would be epic.
Yes, that's a good idea.
We
Actually, not a bad
should
idea.
pick up the funniest.
Yeah.
Or we could just start a new
Most
IG
ridiculous-
account. Could be like shit my band says or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Done.
Get user
We're doing that.
submissions.
We are doing
That's
that.
good. That
Probably
is
most
good.
people trolling on the bass player.
Of course.
You have to.
Oh yeah.
So you guys gig
I
a
stand
lot?
with bass players. Someone has to.
Wow.
Podcast.
The bassist advocate.
So gigs, you guys gig a lot?
Yeah, we've been playing.
We don't gig a lot. We choose quality over quantity. So
Okay.
we're kind of strategic with our gigging, and it's like I think one of the things about like the OC music scene versus the LA music scene is like we're an OC band. We want to be known here. We want our following to be here. It's like
Awesome.
So we really try and like we'll do hand selected shows specifically in the OC. Every now and then we'll do a show up in LA, but that's more to generate, new fandom. Like those are more high publicity kind of shows. We're opening for like a major headliner.
Like when we like with the whiskey or
Right.
we did the whiskey a go.
Great venue.
Yeah, it is.
We do a lot of
So
like,
much fun.
the Canyon shows.
The Canyon. We did the Canyon Agora and the Canyon Santa Clarita.
We got Puddle of Mud. We're opening up for.
Nice.
That'll
That's
be
really nice.
Yeah, that'll be January 4th. That's at the Rose in Pasadena. The Rose-
That's
Canyon Rose.
Awesome.
Cool.
Wow,
Very
guys.
cool.
So who does the booking? Who gets all that stuff?
Well, we booked that show, but we do have a
Some
booking
guy
agent.
contacted us like a while back and was just kind
Yeah.
of random. I don't know where I guess he just heard us and then was like, "Hey, I can get you shows at the Canyon."
We
and
played
then-
for the Babies. He was the one who got us for the Babies.
Yeah, and then he's hooked us up now with this Puddle of Mud, and he got us direct support for them, so it's kind of neat.
and Patty
That's
Smith.
perfect.
That was an awesome show.
Patty Smythe
Smythe.
Smythe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
with John McEnroe.
Then we also work with another guy named Mike,
awesome.
and he hooks us up with local some of the local shows. He also says he wants us to play in Arizona quite a bit.
Oh,
Really?
good.
Kinda
Yeah, there's a
go
good
out
market
in
out there.
Orange
Yeah.
County.
Northern California,
Just for
Arizona,
rock.
San Francisco. I know it's got a little bit stronger rock scene, obviously, than Southern California.
Yeah,
sure.
He thinks the rock scene's kind of dead in Orange County, LA area.
Well, for
that's-
now.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's why we're here. We're
Exactly.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we like to
And,
play local too.
and
Just
we-
to build that rock
We
scene
really
up more.
appreciate that. And again, thanks for having us on. But it's like we really appreciate this what you guys do to try and bring back the rock scene. And it's there's
Somebody's got to do it.
I know
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
bands. I know there's bands out there.
So
like
much talent here.
we have like
Crazy.
Joyous
Yeah.
Wolf and of Limbo that we know we've been to shows that they've done. We've never played with them,
Joyce
but
Wolf, we did like.
they're
long
really
time
good.
ago.
Nick Reese is a really good promoter for the rock scene. I think he's a very good vocalist when it comes to pushing
Oh,
the
good.
rock scene.
How do you guys push your shows? How do you guys market your shows?
We're on we push a lot on Facebook, I guess, and Instagram. We push it.
You
We
guys
do a
ever
lot
like
of
do, like-
promotion, just self-promotion throughout our friends and
Good.
family and stuff like that, and try to spread the word from there. But I think our biggest deal, like he said, was we do need to try and we're trying to pick more venues down here in Orange County.
Yeah.
When we first were playing and gigging, like we were doing a lot of gigs in LA and northern portions
Yeah, it makes
of
sense.
Southern California. So, we do need to have a local fan base down here, and we've been playing a lot at like the Carmen Bar.
Oh yeah, great venue.
And we've played 5 shows there.
Yeah, Diego's over in Santa Ana.
We did.
played
Well, it's
there.
no longer there anymore, right? Diego's is closed, I
right.
think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Shout out to Diego's.
I think it's the same ownership of the place.
It's a new bar though, right?
Yeah,
It's a
new
big
bar.
yeah.
I think same ownership.
So what are your shows like though? I mean, if somebody was gonna come to a show and how would you describe your experience or their experience? What would it be like?
I'd say I don't know. I think our shows are pretty dynamic. It's like I'd say that our sound is definitely a throwback to kind of like I think the rock music we were all kind of raised on, which is like 90s.
Oh, nice.
Which I think, and there's also sort of elements obviously of like classic rock in there. But I think that we are like a really solid like 90s style rock band.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you guys have
You know
a
what I
really
mean?
cool sound. Yeah.
And I think that our sets are usually like we rehearse our sets, like we don't we take our shows seriously, so we're trying to give a really dynamic set that like hits upon total like we try and take people on a journey, and like it's from the really hard rocking stuff to like the more bluesy soulful kind of stuff. We really try and mix it up and be thoughtful as far as like the vibes and sort of like the energy, that we're giving out.
We try to keep like a good. I always look at it as like you play until if you want to drink, then they probably want to drink. So that's usually when you slow down. And you're like, okay, let's back off, go get a beer,
Amazing.
come back and party with us,
Yeah.
and then
brilliant. we'll
start it back up again. And then it's. But yeah, when we write our slower songs, to me, it's really emotional. So like playing those songs is if people stick around and listen to it is.
Well, hopefully we can hear just a little bit of.
Yeah, make it dynamic.
We'll do 2 songs that we have. Both, I mean, both aren't. They're not super high, happy and upbeat or anything. Never Understands a little bit
That's
more,
fine.
but you are gonna play. We're playing it acoustically, so.
It's like melodic rock.
Yeah. So you guys have the same
Melodic rock.
influences? I mean, you said the 90s and classic rock. Is it pretty much the same?
I love 90s rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
I grew up on 90s. I a large influence from 70s music and 70s rock and 60s, 70s, 80s rock big time.
I mean, yeah, you said Led Zeppelin. I feel like Led Zeppelin are the
Led Zeppelin was a huge influence for me.
Yeah, I mean, they're. I think for the whole '90s scene, because when you
Led
listen to
Zeppelin's a
it,
huge
you're like,
influence
"Wow,
on
how is this in
anyone
the '60s?"
I was gonna say like Crash Test Dummies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
You
of
don't
that
have
in
that
your voice.
baritone though.
But it sucks. It's
Yeah,
sad
Mighty
though.
Mighty Boss Stones.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Mighty
Mighty
Boss.
Boss.
But there's dropping like flies. It's sad, right?
Yeah.
Scott Weiland. I mean,
It is
Yeah.
sad to see that generation starting to go, and the music's not going away though.
No,
it's
it's not.
always going to be there, and
Yeah.
I just can't wait for that feeling that we had in the 90s, that explosion
it was so cool.
of what you call basically musical self-representation, because it
Yeah.
was the one time during most any other decade that music was
Lasted
an
the golden
open
years.
forum.
It was.
It was anything goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you had boy bands, you had heavy rock, you had punk, you had metal, you had everything. You had rap and
Yeah.
R&B,
Vanilla
and they were,
Ice. I mean,
and
that
they
was-
weren't, and it wasn't like they
Ice.
were competing. They were equally in the
Yeah.
spotlight.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's like genres. Now I feel like genres are competing against each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, oh well, no, R&B's the best, rap's the best, or no, rock's the best. It shouldn't be that way. Music is music. It is everybody loves what they love.
Yeah,
Well
it's interesting
said,
you say
man.
that
Well
because it would be great if they were saying like, if they were championing their genre, but what they're doing is they're bashing the other genre.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
And then
thing, too,
it's
that I like-
sad.
What I like about the 90s rock too is just like a lot of the music's just not overproduced.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's real. It's
like-
raw.
It's rock. Yeah,
It's like
really
it's
is.
live.
They weren't even doing a lot of like tracking, lays on
Yeah.
overlays
wasn't
on
heavily
guitar. Yeah, and so it just to me it's
was
like
more
it's,
real.
it's a little refreshing to hear that now because
It's also-
any type of rock you hear now and it almost sounds like it's just getting.
I just like to hear
overproduced.
original bands.
Not that because
too,
that'd still be cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like you don't hear a lot of that now. So
You're
you
right.
Go back and hear it.
Yeah.
Just.
Well, you guys are an originals band, but do you guys ever throw in a cover and do your own thing with it?
We have, yeah, a few.
What was the last one you guys worked on?
Well, I think one of the last ones we did was was Toto's Africa, but before Weezer dropped theirs.
That was before
timing.
Weezer dropped theirs.
Oh, it
And we
was?
had no, it was right. It was like right when like the
right
social.
time.
Like
I
the
want to say
social
it was
con-
about maybe 3 weeks before Weezer launched.
But I mean,
their
Weezer sounds exactly like the
Exactly.
original.
It's not. It's not a
Yeah.
cover. It's like a
I don't know,
tribute more than
Yeah.
anything.
We
you know?
feel kind of a
Tribute.
rock vibe. I think there's
It's
a
a
video on YouTube of us playing that at the It was at the Carmen Bar when we did that.
Oh no, shit! Before it actually, before
Yeah,
the-
and we had a keyboardist and another guitarist, Ryan and Brian, which very talented musicians. And, it was unfortunate that we decided to separate, but they're really good, and that show was pretty fun. It was.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy how that happens. I mean, what are the chances of them actually being at the show and hearing it? But it's just happenstance that just 3
Yeah.
weeks later it's just released.
Yeah, and it was funny. I was like, because I've always loved that. I've always loved that song, and it was in. You never hear anybody do it. And all of a sudden, Weezer
Exactly.
locks. I'm like, what?
so weird. That one?
Just Toto.
Of all songs,
I know.
Africa.
But
I gotta love it.
It's
though.
weird because I've been a huge fan of that song for
Yeah.
for decades now, and since I'm
Yeah.
old. But like Toto, that song specifically
It's a
never
timeless
got
song.
the love that I think it deserved.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden, like the kids are like eating it up.
Yeah.
And like
Young
it's like Toto is like
generation,
Africa is a piece of art. Like Toto is like
Yeah.
like where the hell were these people like when I was into Toto?
You know, it's cool. These kids are waking up. There's that other band that sounds like Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Greta Van
Greta Van
Fleet.
Fleet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's
talented.
cool that those guys are kind of bringing some of the rock in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we can qualify Toto's Africa as rock though.
No, it's,
That's more like that's more
a
adult
poppy rock.
contemporary.
It was more just
all
like let's play
Adult
something fun, you know? Like,
But Toto, I mean, they wrote some great stuff, man.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
oh, yeah,
beasts.
shit, yeah.
They're absolute beasts.
They were just at the Orange County Fair, and dude, their show
they're
was
still good.
incredible. Oh yeah, dude, their
Still
newest
just-
single that they just came out with, just so good. Speaking of bodybuilders, the bass player is also a bodybuilder.
Oh, what do you know?
You guys should.
like, yeah,
you guys should.
I don't
Does he use
bodybuilding.
one of
Fire
those big
Renee and
ones?
get him in.
If this doesn't work out, you guys can get an apartment together.
You just walk into the studio lifting like 25. You're like, what's up?
Actually, that would be great for
there's
carrying
other
gear.
musicians
Four
out
Yeah.
guitars.
Who needs roadies?
You could be a drummer's best friend. I got the hardware bag. Don't worry, bro.
Dude, that is the worst. I've carried that.
Oh, I know.
That is where that's where all like the hi hats crashes, all those stands.
All the
are
metal
put, right?
goes in the hardware
Dude.
bag, and usually it's very cumbersome and awkward. And
And I'm,
ways that,
was
you know,
heavy.
I'm the
it's-
smallest guy in this band, and I carried that thing once, and I was like,
Dude, it is
Never again.
it is painful,
No,
man,
I-
because it doesn't look heavy, but dude, the stuff that's in there.
It does. It just looks like a duffel bag. You're like,
Yeah.
and you go to pick it up. You're like, oh! Like the story I told you about throwing my back out. That probably could have been a situation.
Oh, yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, it has him throughout his back actually. How you feeling?
I'm on painkillers, so it's fine.
I thought you said it was vodka.
No, sorry, that was me. That's for my pain, my inner pain.
Drowning your sorrows.
Well,
Okay, where can we find you guys online?
Online, we have a website, pickupandrunmusic.com.
Perfect.
And then on Facebook, you can find us at Pick Up and Run. You just
It's
look up
also
Pick Up and
music?
Run, all
Yeah.
separate words.
you guys pretty good about interacting with fans on social media?
Yeah, we do. We
bass
try
player
we
does.
try as much as possible. Yeah, our bass player, who's
kind
not
of
here, is
operates
ironically our social media controller.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He's really good at responding back. In fact, a lot of times don't even know we get emails or messages from people because he'll just like come to practice, and be like, by the way, like a week
he
ago,
checks
and I'm
all
like,
that
you got to it so fast that I
ago.
didn't even see a
I
notification.
press
on my
released this new song.
phone. Yeah,
You guys, by the way, we're big in Norway.
90% like. Come on, guys.
So he's responsible for all the social media.
Yeah, our
Most of
Instagram
it-
page is Pick Up and Run Music.
Yeah,
Okay.
me
So you can
both
go on
between me and him, I think we do the most promoting for it. I don't think John ever really pushes going on there, but
Yeah.
me and Renee are mostly the ones that do the posts and interact with the fan base
And
make
YouTube
comments
also.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
YouTube,
through our
we have a
YouTube,
music
do our
video.
live
yeah?
streaming every now
I
and
was
then.
going to ask you guys about
Yeah.
that, yeah. This is probably a really dumb question. I watched a music video earlier this morning, and where did you find that place? Or did you guys find that, or you contacted someone to make the
Or the
music video
filmmaker,
and
or-
they found it?
Now, I have a lake house out in Newberry Springs. It's
Okay.
like a man-made lake.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of scattered ski lakes.
And for
Yeah.
reference, this is our music video, which is on YouTube
Yeah.
for Never Understand You.
Yeah.
It's basically it's a burnt out, abandoned house on the side of the highway.
You can
Covered in graffiti.
You
It was
can
very-
see it actually
yes.
on your way to Vegas when you drive past right after you leave Barstow, right before
Okay.
you hit Mineola Road. There's a house on the right hand side that's all just decrepit and falling apart, but it's been burnt down. It's been obviously caught fire. But
Oh.
Yeah, it's right there. This is where we filmed it, so you could see it. Off the
I have to say
photo.
though, for anyone who any remodeling fans or house flippers out there, the bones are good.
It's still got some good
It's
structure.
still got some good bones. So you can probably get
Foundation's
a steal if you're looking for.
I think it's selling for about $1 million.
Call Jim over
About
at
a
Progressive
mil.
Lending.
About
Somewhere.
right for Southern California.
Yeah.
Everything's about $1 million.
Exactly.
It's actually pretty low for Barstow area. You know?
Oh my god.
How did you guys? How do I phrase this? What was the process like in deciding what that music video was going to be like? Because I'm not. Never
I
mind.
think it was like,
Oh, we have to
hey,
watch
let's
it.
go film at my lake house in the desert. We think it'd be cool shots.
I think this was actually the conversation because I was also looking for a little bit more meaning.
Okay.
Before we were sort of planning this music video, because we didn't really talk about the creative at all. We were like, so we're just gonna walk in this and just be just another rock band just jamming in the desert, and everyone was sort of like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I mean, but
I don't know if I said yeah right off the bat, but I was like, you know what? We're underfunded. We have like no money, so what's cheap? And
Right.
this ended up being one of those things where it was just really cheap and. For us to do not saying it's cheap. I'm just saying it was
Efficient.
Easy. It was
efficient.
It was easy. We had access. We didn't have to call anybody. We didn't have
Right.
to pull permits. I
You
think
used
that
your
was-
iPhone probably, right?
No, we had a guy come out. I mean, I
okay.
filmed some shit with my iPhone, but that
It's actually pretty
not
good quality. If you check
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
is.
it's good.
Quality.
It's great quality.
yeah, we had a film guy, Rob, and he came out from New Jersey to film it for us, and really,
Wow.
That's cool.
really awesome. I think it turned out great as
Yeah.
far
Yeah,
as
it
for
was.
what the amount
is.
of.
oh yeah, we
funding
shot
that
the
we
whole
put
thing
into
in
it?
we shot the thing in probably 2-hour segments or so in one day.
No
So
shit.
the video came together just as quickly as the song did. Really, It was
Awesome.
Which is, I mean, it's such an efficient way of being, to create stuff that efficiently is just awesome, and have it turn out pretty, I'd say it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty nice.
Pretty. Well, I'm excited to hear you guys.
Yeah. If you guys don't mind, why don't we move over to the other side of the room and hear you guys play?
Yeah.
Oh,
Take a long walk.
Do it. Oh, no, this is...
Life is a quest, always searching for the prize. I made it a mess. You just look into my eyes. There is a message, there is no love. My hope stars and dies. Don't you look at me? Don't you look at me and say you decided you know what you're seeing in this long and twisted game. Once I was in love, and it gave me everything. But when I was gone, I was running away through the roaring flames, made sure to destroy it. Turning eyes turn ahead. Don't you look at me. Don't you look at me and say
Thanks.
amazing. What a powerful song.
With my soul inside of me, your heart brings me favor. Take me home. With blonde hair, her apple eyes, sweep me up in grandeur. Take me home. Take me home tonight. What your heart has long ago. You lay it down. Lay it down next to me. Love your smile, it gives me life. Takes me back to a place amazing in time. Love your heart, it's burning bright. It's got a rhythm and beat. Bring my dawn near in the light. What your heart is won't know. Won't you lay it down? Lay it down next to me. Sweet loneliness, it ain't just a fairy tale. Father told you when you were young. Mama told me love is pages in a book. So write your story, your future's to come. What your heart is won't know. Won't you lay it down? Lay it down next to me. What your heart is won't know. Won't you lay it down? Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down next to me. Lay it down next to me. Lay it down next to hottest one girl next to me.
Yeah.
Well, that was great, guys.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
that was
Thank
phenomenal.
you. Thanks a lot.
It was very real about your music.
What a voice, man.
Yeah, your voice
What a
is phenomenal.
Thank
I'm a
you.
big fan.
It
And
reminds
to
me of
think
Chris
you were just
Cornell, right?
doing karaoke and like haven't been in bands or.
Well, that's why he heard it. He's
Yeah.
like, this
I mean, I
guy's
played-
gonna be my band.
I played in bands before. I mean, I had one band that was mildly successful, but it fell apart. But aside
Yeah.
from that, it's that was kind of the only other band that I was in prior, and then
It's fate, I guess.
for probably about 7 years,
Wow.
and then John.
Yeah.
John happened.
Yeah, I mean, he heard it and he's like,
I just sang karaoke.
what was your question? Are you in a band, right? Was that your first question?
Yeah, I think so. Something
Do you
stupid
wanna
like
be?
that.
Well, we had met.
Stupid.
I think a month prior, 2 months prior, or something like that. Before that, and he came up
Yeah.
to me. He's like, "Hey, do you remember me?" I'm like, I think I said yes, even though I had no. and he goes, and that's what he asked me. So he
Yeah.
had a band, and that I think that's.
Do you want to be my friend?
Yeah, you want to be my friend?
Sent me a friend request in real life.
Yeah, Emo's taking me to. He's got a favorite karaoke bar, and
Oh yeah.
He always goes. That's all.
That whole
That's
place-
the only place he goes.
Name it.
that whole place shuts
What-
down. Pineapple Grill.
Oh, Pineapple Grill.
I've taken-
I've karaoke there before.
I've taken so many friends there, and after the first time, they just go, never again.
Yeah.
It's
Never
always the
step
same
foot-
people.
Never
You know,
stepping
and
back.
shout out to Pineapple Grill. They are. I've been there before. I always called it Pineapple Express because you really had to be high to enjoy it.
Yep.
But it was.
That's when we go.
It was an interesting.
It is. It's certainly something.
Yeah,
I'm
the
actually.
crowd.
Huh?
Where's that at?
Shout out to the crowd.
It's down the street. It's not too far away. It's in Old Town Tustin,
Dustin.
Yeah.
like right in the middle of Old Town Tustin. It's fine. There's nothing seriously wrong with it or anything.
I wouldn't say there's anything wrong. And I wouldn't say there's anything spectacular.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So you guys have any gigs coming up in a month?
Currently, January 4th
Okay.
is the Puddle of Mud show. We
sweet.
will
Nice.
We will start. So January 4th at the Rose in Pasadena.
Awesome.
We will be direct support for Puddle of Mud, I believe.
Wow, guys.
And
That's
then
huge.
they will have, and then after that, we are working on getting some more gigs with Mike, and we'll start booking. We'll probably I think we wanted to play about 5 shows January, and then try to do, book more out from there.
Cool.
So we'll see how the schedule goes. We don't have anything fully set in stone other than the Puddle of Mud show right now.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, let us know.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm a huge Puddle of Mud fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially West. Dude.
He
That
came
dude's
back,
voice.
right? I mean, he was.
Yeah, you're right.
He was pretty bad for a while.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome when we heard we were going to play with him. I was like, that's our big show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
seriously,
It's
that's-
huge,
that
it's
is
huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So where can fans get in touch with you or follow you on social media? I know we touched on it earlier. Just
You can follow us on Facebook, Pick Up and Run. You can go on to our Instagram, Pick Up and Run Music. You can look it up. I know there's 2 icons. Just the one that looks most current. The one that has a music board on it. Don't go to that one.
Okay.
I have for some reason can't.
Are you guys on Instagram?
Yeah, that's
Same
our
thing?
Instagram account.
Okay.
Pick Up and Run Music. You'll find us. You type in Pick Up and Run Music. It should pop up.
YouTube.
YouTube. We are on Pick Up and Run. I think it's Pick Up and Run Music as well on YouTube. You'll find our new
Nice.
music video that we just released
Okay.
for Never Understand, and then our
Spotify.
website www.pickupandrunmusic.com.
Okay.
We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes as far as if you want to listen to us. But I mean I always like talking to people. So if you hit me up on me, you can always hit me up personally too and find me on I've commented on our shit a lot, so you just find me like Cole, like there he is. I'm gonna stalk that guy. Yeah, so you can go on there, or you can just PM us on Facebook or even whatever.
Okay.
And we're pretty quick to get contact. So
Very nice.
Very approachable. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are just a bunch of great dudes, man.
Yeah.
It's good to see that.
Likewise.
thanks. Yeah, you guys
Very
are awesome.
talented.
so it's the holiday season. Do you guys want to give any shout outs or say anything that you're thankful for?
Ooh,
Yeah, I would like to.
please.
Okay. Well, I want to shout out to my wife, she'll be listening to this later, but I love her so much, and we just had a baby boy about 8
Oh,
months ago.
congrats!
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
just
he's-
had it now.
well, 8 months ago. He's
8
8
months,
months
oh,
old
yeah.
now. So, but yeah, he's our first, and beautiful
feeling.
boy. He's smart, intelligent. He's unfortunately like me.
Do you sing to him?
He absolutely loves music, and
Yeah.
That is great.
almost every time, the only way he falls asleep is if I rock him and sing to him.
Oh,
So, and we when he was really young, we had to put the album Struck on. on my phone in his crib in order to keep him
Wow.
asleep. So he's
That's pretty
His
great.
dad's- he was hearing his dad's voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is
You
not
must
like
have a really
peaceful,
boring
sleeping
voice.
music.
Yeah, I know.
no, I mean this
it's
is
not
like
jazz.
rocking going on, and he just like my mom, my parents, everybody, my dad, and my stepmom, my stepdad. I mean, my family, my brothers, my brother, my sisters. They're all been very supportive. I think of the band and of
That's
me.
very important.
They've always pushed my career and wanted me to do something really good with it. So
Cool.
that's my.
Well, we're all glad that you are.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all thankful, obviously, for this year, and like just me being a part of this band now. This year has been great. My whole new life out here on the West Coast. But I think 2019 we have a lot of great stuff in store for the band.
Oh yeah, and thank our fans.
I mean our fans and obviously the people who come out and support us, our loved ones and all that. Is obviously they're our biggest fans, and we do it for them. But I think 2019 is gonna be great, and we're really looking forward to getting back in the studio. We're talking to a couple big producers that we might be working with, and obviously up in Hollywood, and hopefully we'll be putting together an album this year, and
Love that.
we'll be hitting the road and hopefully doing a lot more touring.
Fun.
So we're looking forward to to seeing more people at gigs, meeting new people, and really getting back in touch with OC rock fans, man.
Exactly.
Bringing the genres together too. I really I want to be able to reach out and play with so many different bands, and I don't think it's ever everybody looks at it as like music's a competition. I don't think it's a competition. This is
It's a collaboration.
It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you cross the boards. I love the fact that if we could bring that back into music again and stop making it so much of a business.
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, you want to make money doing this,
Yeah.
and you want to be able to live on it. But at the same time, dude, the whole point of music is to spread your message and to enjoy it with everybody and have them enjoy it with you.
Yeah, the money will just come with it.
Right. Success should follow. Your true happiness is already there.
Yeah. Well, it was great having you guys on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. This is
Thanks for
awesome.
having
Oh,
us.
dude.
Yeah, on the
We're so glad you
award-winning
didn't bring
podcast in OC.
We're so glad you guys didn't bring Renee.
Shout out.
Yeah, it would be
That'd ruin the
completely
whole thing.
different.
Couldn't fit
Yeah.
on this couch.
You're right. We would have had to kick him out anyway.
I would have had to sit on his lap, and God knows where that would go. So.
Patreon would have loved that.
Yeah, there we go. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Grants Radio at the wonderful Granted Records in beautiful Orange County.
Santa Ana.
I was going to say Orange County. I was going to skip the Santa Ana. But, check out Pick Up and Run's first album and new single on whichever platform you get your music from. Check out the website. And, guys, thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming on the show.
Yes, guys.
Happy holidays.
Won't you let